chandelier's golden glow bathed the opulent ballroom, where a three-tiered birthday cake sat untouched at the center. Every chair was meticulously aligned, every glass gleaming, yet as the hour struck 7, the doors remained unopened. A woman in a wheelchair sat motionless beside the cake, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. She was one of the most influential CEOs in the nation, a woman who had once commanded boardrooms with unwavering confidence. A decade earlier, a devastating accident had stripped her of mobility, leaving her dependent on a wheelchair. On the night she longed to feel seen rather than pitied, the room echoed with silence. Just then, the doors creaked open, revealing a single father carrying a worn backpack and holding his young daughter's hand. What unfolded next would transform every soul in that hall. If you believe kindness outshines wealth, success, or status, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who believes in second chances, and subscribe to Beyond Kindness. Every gesture amplifies stories that remind the world compassion endures. Emma Lawson had built a tech empire before turning 40, her name synonymous with fearless innovation. Newspapers hailed her as unstoppable, investors trusted her instincts, and employees admired her authenticity. Then on a rain-soaked evening everything shifted. A truck skidded off the road, colliding with her car. She survived, but a shattered spine altered her life irrevocably. The physical wounds healed, yet the isolation that followed proved far more unbearable. Friends drifted away, partners grew distant, and some saw only her disability, not the indomitable spirit within. Undeterred, Emma returned to leadership, guiding meetings with poise despite the ache in her limbs. She proved resilience transcended physical limitations. Still, birthdays tugged at her heart, evoking memories of loved ones lost and friendships faded. Her assistant toiled for weeks, orchestrating an elegant celebration. Hundreds of invitations were sent to executives, politicians, celebrities, and every RSVP confirmed attendance. Emma clung to hope that this year might feel different. Hours before the event, excuses began flooding in. Emergencies, delayed flights, family obligations, traffic snarls. By evening, the guest list was empty. She sat beside the cake, gazing at the vacant seats, the silence pressing heavier than any crowd. For the first time in years, she questioned whether admiration for her success had masked a deeper indifference. Meanwhile, Daniel Carter trudged home after another exhausting day delivering packages. 4 years prior, his wife had passed from cancer, leaving him to raise his 12-year-old daughter, Lily, alone. Each day balanced between survival and presence, yet Daniel never let hardship dim his kindness. While making his final hotel delivery, he noticed staff clearing untouched dishes. Learning of the canceled party, he fixed his gaze on the solitary woman by the cake. Something in her sorrow mirrored the nights Lily had sobbed after her mother's death. Without hesitation, Daniel asked the manager if guests could enter. The man hesitated, then nodded. Back outside, Daniel retrieved Lily from her van, and together they stepped into the hushed ballroom. Emma's eyes widened as they approached. Daniel wore his delivery uniform. Lily clutched a handmade gift wrapped in colorful markers. Birthday gatherings, Daniel said, should never be solitary. They hadn't been invited, but the thought of anyone celebrating alone was unbearable. Lily shyly offered Emma a card drawn during lunch, its centerpiece a smiling trio around a sunlit cake, scrawled beneath, "Nobody deserves to feel forgotten." Tears blurred Emma's vision as she read the words. For the first time that night she smiled. Hotel staff, watching from afar, gathered quietly. A chef poured coffee, an employee reignited the candles, and a pianist returned to his keys, playing Happy Birthday softly. Soon, the ballroom buzzed with warmth. Employees stayed after shifts, security guards joined in, housekeepers paused their work to clap and sing. Waiters replenished plates, and laughter filled the air. The powerful guests she'd courted had abandoned her, but these overlooked souls became her unexpected family. As they dined together, Daniel spoke candidly about raising Lily solo. He shared how grief had taught him that presence mattered more than perfect words. Emma listened, realizing compassion couldn't be quantified by net worth or influence. The next Monday, Emma stunned colleagues at headquarters. Instead of announcing a new venture, she unveiled a foundation for single parents, caregivers, and injury survivors, naming it the Empty Chair Initiative. She also offered Daniel a leadership role, which he initially declined, believing others more deserving. But Emma knew what the business world often forgot. Character couldn't be purchased, honesty couldn't be taught in boardrooms, and integrity revealed itself in quiet moments. Months later, thousands of families found support, all because one father had walked through a door no one else noticed. Emma kept Lily's card on her desk, its message a compass for tough choices. Nobody deserves to feel forgotten. It reshaped her company's purpose. Success was no longer measured solely in profits, but in lives uplifted. On her next birthday, the ballroom brimmed not with celebrities, but with families whose struggles had eased, children who'd found hope, caregivers who felt seen, and staff who grasped that true leadership begins with empathy. At the center stood Daniel and Lily, no longer strangers but family by choice. Emma understood the greatest gift wasn't luxury or fame, but the courage of an ordinary man who refused to let another soul remain unseen. If this story resonates, share your thoughts in the comments. Your belief in kindness's power helps us continue spreading hope and humanity worldwide.